Hello, world, and welcome to another segment of Just Saying with Willie Dexter Harris. Of course, you see I have another special guest here, possible co-host from what I'm hearing out here from the production. But let me introduce you to Miss Teresa Foster. A lot of you may know her from past years. You know, she's one of the fastest people in the United States of America. You know, and now she's she's doing her own thing, and she's trying to do what I do. You know, try to create some excitement in this city, man, so we can have something to do other than this crazy stuff that's going on that you're seeing every day. You know what I'm saying? Teresa, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hello, world. I'm Teresa Foster. Like he said, I am still the fastest as far as I'm concerned. No one has beat my records, and I'm 46. But I am a single parent, and I enjoy spitting the truth, and that's all you'll get from me. Now, it might not be what you want to hear, but it's the truth.
Okay. And one thing I want to do before we go any further, I forgot about this, but I want to make sure that we do this. I want to give a special shout out, you know what I'm saying, and give our condolences, to the loss of Miss Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we pray for her family, man, and we hope, all is well. She's Queen of Soul. She's not self-proclaimed. You know what I'm saying? Like, example, when I say that, like T.I., he's so-called self-proclaimed king of the South. But in actuality, if you give me or ask me who it is, I would say it's Jay Prince down there in Houston. But anyway, she is not the self-proclaimed. We deemed her the Queen of Soul. You know what I'm saying? So shout out, to Aretha Franklin, and R.I.P. I don't know how you, feel about that, situation.
Well, I feel the same way. Aretha Franklin taught me how to spell respect. R-S-P-C-T. So hey, anytime you on a test and you see that, you just put that in your mind. So it is. She is the Queen of Soul. She's done great things, and she will be missed.
Okay. Now let's go ahead on and get into the real. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna start with? We're gonna start with Love and Hip Hop. We're gonna start with Basketball Wives. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start with what? Do you watch Black Ink Crew? You know what I'm saying?
I love Black Ink Crew. Ryan just, I just think Ryan weak.
I kind of have that opinion too, because I don't really know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about last night, talking about they didn't want to hear his side of the story, but you ain't say nothing.
And his side of the story is, okay, they teased him by Cat. They shouldn't have done that. To me, them being grown, he should have pulled them to the side and say, hey, I don't like what you're doing, but for him to go in there and ruin the shop, the equipment, then bounce on them like that, he weak.
But he mad because it ain't about them knowing about the Cat situation. Cameras caught him. He got busted in that shower with the woman.
And should have just told the truth.
You know what I'm saying? And when he went to his girlfriend, instead of him go ahead on and breaking it down, telling her what's what or whatever, he decided to turn on the other people. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I think it was just messed up how they ruined 4, but to me, 4 should have let them know.
Yeah, that's
hey,
Jamaica.
They coming, they ruined his
Why
time.
He didn't invite them though? And that's what he was working.
He was being shady. Shady stuff, booty sugar. That's what I call it.
Karma.
That's what I call it. And Vance, he high-headed, but I really want Vance to whoop Ryan. I'll pay your parole fee. Hey, I want
Man
Vance.
couldn't whoop Jen the way he jumped out that swimming pool and ran in that house.
Well, he didn't want to hit no female. So we gonna let Vance alone, but he didn't want to hit a female. But I just think they there to do tattoos. Let's do tattoos. All the drama is not necessary. And I can't believe Charmaine let somebody beat her up like that.
Yeah,
I really can believe that.
I saw that.
From New Orleans, you ain't representing well.
I saw that. Yeah, I did. I saw that. Definitely saw that. But let me ask you this one question. Straight up. Who's the messiest person on Basketball Wives? Of all the women. Everybody hollering is Jen. But I want to know your opinion.
I think it's Tammy. I can't stand Tammy. Tammy Roman, that's what I Facebook, and I hope this get to you. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. Your weave whack, you whack. Just like Evelyn said with that busted up wig and that fanny pack. Because this is me. They all got the light on Jen. To me, Jen should just fess up and say, hey, I'm a woman about it. I was mad. I wanted to hurt Evelyn. I didn't care who in the process I hurt. So, hey, I'll take that charge. I apologize. But she kept lying. Right. You said your text stopped on the 27th. but it happened on the 26th.
Right.
So you should have it.
Right.
Just fess up. But Tammy was being vindictive because her and Jen and Evelyn got back to be cool. So Tammy was upset. So if you knew something about me, Dex, don't wait a year to tell me. Tell me right then.
I got
You see what I'm saying? You know, but my favorite is Evelyn.
So she's shady.
She's shady.
Okay.
She's shady, and she's shady.
Tammy Rowland.
Tammy Rowland.
Okay.
And Shawnee, if you're watching this, I'd love to work for your dispensary. And eat some of Mama's pound cake.
Yeah.
But I think she is, and you know, one thing I don't like about the reality is you making good money, but you have to they have to dumb themselves down to make this money. You know, I've been thinking about it.
Talking about all the reality shows or just
Not, you know, not some. I think most of them are scripted. Some of that stuff not happening. You know, I just feel that it's a different approach they could come about than doing what they doing, always fighting. Because like Malaysia said, we had an event for violence, and we started violence.
Right.
Among women, just the women.
With the brutality deal.
Yeah,
video.
just the women. You know, it's just something else can be done by that. And then Shawnee really is the producer, so you getting what you putting out there.
She pushing the issue. She co-signing on it.
Yeah, she has to, because she has to know she's the producer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if things work out with us and I come in here, I'm whacked off, and you know what I'm doing. You the producer. So you know, well, I'm gonna turn the blind eye, and then when it get hot. So like I said, I like watching it, but it's just something could be done. Now OG.
So you saying, okay, let me rewind.
Yeah.
Let me rewind. Okay. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That situation that happened with Tommy, is that scripted or you think that's her?
I really think that's her. And I think it's come to a point where she can't handle it. So they had to intervene because she attacked security and a producer.
Right.
So that's when it got real.
So that wasn't scripted.
I don't think that's her. That's her. All of it is not scripted, but most of it is scripted.
Okay.
Because just take it back like that, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. After a safari picture, bye-bye A1.
And I knew it. I told y'all a couple episodes ago. I knew something was going on. You know what I'm saying? I got a woman right here by me, but I'm going to say it anyway. Anytime your man, husband, boyfriend, whatever, if he comes up to you and he asks you a question that has anything to do with cheating, and instead of you discussing the situation, you start to attack, you go on a rampage, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get real mad real fast, 9 times out of 10, you did it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I got a woman right beside me. I mean, so say what you're going to say, you know,
well,
but that's my opinion. How Matt's throwing drinks when outside, the producers had to make her come back in the house, in the building to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So if that was the case, then if you didn't do it, why it happened? You know, why you acting like that? And then we just come to find out Ray J lied and tricked Safari and what Safari said. It happened.
He said he sent out a picture.
But he said he did it. He said he don't know how it happened, but it happened. That's what he said.
Ray J, old booty.
But remember, Ray J lied and
she already admitted it.
And Safari looked, and he's so gullible. He started explaining the story.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You're right. She got angry, and that tells the truth.
Throwing drinks everywhere.
But it just depends on how good you are with what you do. I've been accused and I laughed about it.
Right.
Because it really wasn't true, but I laughed about it. Like, I'm not feeling
So you didn't react like she did?
No, I mean, because like you said, it is guilty, but I don't blame you, Lyrical, because I saw Safari. And I ain't mad at you.
Shout out to Safari, man.
You know one thing about ladies, when we see it, we want it. So what he did was send her the picture. Safari, send it to me. So what do you think, honestly, you're a male, what do you think about Ray J's mom being in their home when he gets there?
She too deep in their business. I understand that she was a huge part of what they got going on now and the legacy that the Norwood family has. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to her, and she did her thing. You know what I'm saying? But she goes too far. You know what I'm saying? Especially when she came to that what was it? The
reveal party.
Reveal party.
Yes.
And the way she came at Princess, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't cool. And then he's talking about, I'm not going to aggravate you because you're pregnant. You're already doing it. You're doing it right now.
And then the for real deal, Princess had a point about Ray J. He didn't tell the truth about that hotel room. He told his mama and what he wanted them to know.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, a married man with a pregnant woman at home, if you sincere, hey man, don't bring this to my room. Y'all
Right.
take it to your room.
Right.
But then he take it to his mom now. And the Norwoods do have a brand, but they only have that brand because of branding. It ain't got nothing to do with Ray J.
Cinderella.
You know what I'm saying?
And then
she
Princess say Cinderella.
I can
ain't
believe
Cinderella.
it. I
You
can
know what I'm
believe
saying?
it.
And then you seen when she was talking to her at the event, you saw Princess was so dry to her. She said, well, you know, I just want the family, everybody to be happy, and I want everybody to be calm. And what Princess said,
straight
you're
cap
doing that on the camera,
yeah.
But you know, these texts you sending me, you know what I'm saying? That's like Paris was saying, not Cinderella. Yeah,
Not Cinderella at all.
Cinderella ain't who y'all think she is.
She is not, and you can see that she's into their business too much. But
that's her mama's daughter.
A1 mama.
I don't think he should have kicked her out the house, but she ain't try to throw the cornbread on him. You know what I'm
It
saying?
ain't his. They not his dreads, no way.
Yeah.
They could just take them down.
Now
and
because it's
reflat.
out now. Because I kept wondering. And this dude got black nails, he got pearls, and he got fake dreads that are blonde.
And Lyrica did tell the truth about you, A1. You used to sit outside waiting on her.
Rockstar said that.
Oh, Rockstar ain't
Rockstar
playing.
said that. Rockstar said that Lyrica was there first, and that she was sitting back there, you know, and they would make A1 sit out there in the lobby while they doing business. He said that.
I never really heard of A1, but K. Michelle, you know, he went off on K. Michelle, and that wasn't true because K. Michelle really
the
can
woman
sing.
she can't sing.
Yeah.
I thought that was, you know, that let you know, man, that dude there, he ain't right. You know what I'm saying? From not only from his look and his appearance, you know what I'm saying, but just like K. Michelle said, that he was under somebody. He ain't no main character.
No way.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna talk about this and a little bit more, man, and we'll be right back after this with Just Saying with your man Willie Dexter Harris and my special co-host, Miss Teresa Foster.
Come see what winning feels like. Come be Southern. Register at susla.edu.
Ty and Lee Production present the Labor Day Bash. Sunday, September the 2nd. Show starts at 6 p.m. Live in concert. YFN Lucci, Young Blue, Mo3, DeMar Jackson, and Tech and Made Music.
September the 2nd is going up. I will be at the Labor Day Bash at the Civic Center.
Monroe Civic Center. Hey, me and YFN Lucci, you already know.
The deal is, you know, Monroe Civic Center. We in there, going up. Mo3, I'm live. Man, we going down at the Monroe Civic Center.
The Labor Day Bash.
There has seriously never been a better time to try our Sprint network.
Because now we have our new Unlimited Plus plan. It has Hulu and all the TV and movies you love, title music streaming, 15 gigabytes mobile hotspot in full HD.
We need to shout this deal from the rooftops.
Yeah. Sprint's new Unlimited Plus plan, best deal ever.
And it's all on the network, built for unlimited.
I think they heard me. Switch to Sprint's Unlimited Plus plan for just $42 per line. But hurry, for a limited time, it's now $22 per line when you bring or buy your phones.
Come see what winning feels like. Come be Southern. Register at susla.edu.
All right, now, welcome back. You know what I'm saying? Just Saying, Willie Dexter Harris, my co-host, Miss Teresa Foster. I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, something that's going on in the sports world right now. Really, there's a couple things that's going on. Situation that's going on in Ohio State, you know what I'm saying, with the Urban Meyer and the situation with the assistant coach and the wife being abused, and whether Urban knew or whether Urban didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, it's no way that he didn't know, because the woman said she told his wife. Now, if you are associated with one of your husband is associated with one of his friend, and his wife is your friend, and this woman comes to you and she says, okay, my husband's beating me, you know what I'm saying, and her husband is your boss. You gonna tell him, you know what I'm saying? But he says he didn't know.
He has to say that because if he knew, then he's gonna be brought up on charges and he could lose his job.
He definitely gonna lose his job.
So he's gonna play dumb.
Yeah.
Because we do tell our men things.
Of course, he knew.
We gonna tell that pillow talk is real. It's more real on our side because we gonna talk. Baby, let me tell you what happened.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. Did you know? So he knew.
Yeah, he had to know.
You know what? I don't think it's no time for a man to abuse his wife, girlfriend, mother, sister, anyone. Same
I talk
thing
about it all the time
with women. I don't think it's right for them to put their hands on men, but at the same time, it's more women taking it just because they don't want to struggle, just because they don't want to let loose and say, hey, I ain't gonna have the fancy house, fancy cars, all the perks. Work for a living.
Right.
You know, before I
Instead of being a housewife, get you somewhere. You got your little stash on the side. That way when he leave, you ain't just out there.
Yeah, just sitting down, no career, ain't worked in 15, 16 years, so you have to take them beatings. And then you get tired of it, and now she probably only speaking out because everybody's speaking out.
Right. And then the situation over there in the University of Maryland where the little guy, died, because of what they say he was bullied, they was mistreated. This is probably one of the hottest summers I've probably ever seen in the South, man, in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been hot this summer.
They're right there, you know what I'm saying, and then in Maryland, and it's hot, 100 degrees, and you're not giving them water breaks, and then you're making them run laps. And you're talking about a 200-300 pound kid, man. You know what I'm saying? You know that ain't how it's gonna go.
And first of all, his parents, what grade was he?
He was coming in as a freshman
in college.
He was 19 years old.
See,
coming in out of high school.
And you know what? And they sit up and tell those young men that they're healthy, that they're fine, we need that weight. But that's not healthy.
No.
300 pounds, that's not healthy. But I'm a single parent. So my son is a receiver. But I make a judgment call. The coach is the coach. If it's too hot, he gonna go.
Right.
And if he's going, I make sure he's hydrated. I make sure he has the necessary things he needs. But I tell people all the time, he's only 10 years old, so he can play football at any given time.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going to put him out in that heat. I think a lot of us get blinded, some of the coaches, about what they want and don't think about those kids.
And a lot of the parents, man, they send these kids off to these colleges, and them kids are on their own. A dad, or uncle, or brother, you know what I'm saying? If it's a single mom, shout out to the single moms, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes that first initial summer leading into that freshman year, at least, I think you should be on that trip. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out with them during practices and watching what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you're too trusting with these coaches. Yeah, these coaches come sit into in your living room and promise your parents they're going to look out for you, they're going to do this for you, they're going to do that for you. But in actuality, man, you just become a group of what is it, 45, 55? How many players on that team?
Just about.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got 55 kids plus your kids at home.
I thank God I ain't experienced any of that. My coaches was like father figures, and we didn't have to deal with that. But nowadays, you're right. That's why I don't let my son do a lot of traveling sports, because I can't travel.
Right. If I'm not there,
I can't see you. I don't have somebody I trust to oversee you. But I mean, my heart goes out to his family.
The guy died, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They got a lawsuit going, but I mean, of course you're gonna get money because it was liabilities involved. But at the same time, that don't take away from the fact that I just lost my 19-year-old kid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? On your watch.
On your watch.
When you sat in my living room and promised me you was gonna look out for him.
But they what they was looking at his size. They were looking at wins, championship. That's what they was looking at. And then they don't want to pay the kids. So what do you feel about stipends for the athletes?
Who?
Do you feel they stipends? Do you feel that they should get stipends? Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Like I tell people, when you traveling, you have to still come home and do your work. Sometimes you tired. That financial aid runs out, and if the universities are making millions, why not give these athletes $1,000 or a bonus? I don't see nothing wrong with it.
And I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but most of the greatest athletes that you have are coming from projects, lower income households. You know what I'm saying? They just super talented.
Yes.
And now, just because they've gone to this big university like my LSU or wherever, you know what I'm saying? They still hungry. My mama can't afford to send me no money, you know what I'm saying, to make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because we coming from nothing.
Yeah, we have nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So why can't this alum slide me something to make sure I'm good? It ain't like they giving me money to throw a game. They giving me money so I can give me something to eat.
And if I'm comfortable and my family is comfortable, then I'm not stressed. I can play better. I can go to my class and focus more. But I'm sitting here eating 3 hot meals a day, and I know my little brothers and sisters are at home, and my mom and them are struggling, eating oatmeal or probably beans and meat once a week. Then I'm not happy about it.
I never agreed to that.
I don't either.
I never agreed to that.
I was talking about that when we was back in college. I thought we should got some instead of getting hit up on a cupcake.
Okay, you know what I mean? Because believe it or not, NCAA, they gonna get their stuff to them. You know what I'm saying? But it's so wrong that you make these people go through these stipulations to make that happen, because these are alumni. These are people that went to your school, contributed to your school, paved the cost to where they blessed in a situation to where they want to bless somebody else at the same school. Why you won't let the alums help out? What they call it? Friends of the family? You know what I'm saying? Why won't you let the alums do it? And on that note, you know what I'm saying, we'll be right back with Just Saying, Willie Dexter Harris,
Teresa Foster.
It's the biggest event of the summer, the BAD Fest, Blues All Day Festival and Trail Ride, starring Tucker. With LB, Jim Jones, Phil Hollywood, Diane, Nikita Randall, Vess, Romy, Chris Ivy, hey Mr. DJ, Lester Baker, Kristen Thomas, Magic One, and many more. Saturday, September 1st in Acadia, Louisiana at the Bonnie and Clyde R&V Park. Advance tickets are only $25 for a limited time. VIP tickets $45. Get your tickets at Martha's Boutique in Ruston, Papa's Liquor in Arcadia, Bonnie and Clyde Beer Barn in Arcadia, Little J's Music and More in Shreveport, Mr. Mike's Music in El Dorado, Arkansas, and in Monroe for Roro Snowball Stand and Kings of Wings. For more info, call 318-278-1287.
Booker T. Washington's Alumni Foundation All-Class Reunion. Thursday, September 13th is the Battle of the Bands at Leonard Barnes Stadium at 7 p.m., followed by the Rooftop Club Hayes Social at 9 p.m. Friday is the Hall of Fame Dinner and Dance at Diamond Jack's Casino at 7 p.m. Saturday is the Silver Right Parade at 11 a.m., and then it's on to tailgating at the Soul Bowl game at Leonard Barnes Stadium at 7 p.m. The after party is at the Ag Building on the State Fairgrounds. Don't miss the fun during the Soul Bowl weekend.
All right, welcome back once again. You know what I'm saying? Just Saying, Willie Dexter Harris,
Teresa Foster.
Now this is something that's been going on these past couple of days. You know what I'm saying? And me and her been talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And I know she won't fill you up with a little information. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just say these words, and I know you're gonna figure out what I'm talking about. Dog, low life, ungrateful. These are the words coming out President of the United States Donald Trump in regards to one particular individual.
Omarosa. You know why I say Omarosa? Because she is coming for him. And let me say this. She betrayed her race for $1. She's been on the grind for a long time. So let me explain something to you. She got 200 tapes. You're not going to buy her off with $180,000 a year. She got tapes of everything. So why would you want to fire her from the White House and then bring her back? Then we can rewind the segments where she was asked, has he ever been seen, heard, called saying the N-word? You know what she said? No, he's never done that. Now you done got escorted up out the White House. So I'm really like Bakari.
And now she's talking about she got tapes.
She got 200 tapes. She has 200 tapes.
But members of the cabinet.
Yes. You know, first of all, it's so many of us voted for him. To each his own. But man, come on, where we came from, our ancestors came from. You can't be kidding me that you would actually sell your soul for money. You can't take that with you. Right. But your character, integrity, that goes a long way. When they close that casket, that's what people gonna be talking about.
And we're gonna and I don't care who you is, I don't care what kind of achievements you had in your life. When they close that casket, we're gonna remember you for something.
And we're gonna remember
you're going to be remembered for something, no matter who you is, where you come from. You're going to be remembered for something.
So why not be remembered for your character? Omarosa, I can't help you. But Trump, she coming for you. Ain't nothing like an angry black sister coming for you. So you better get it ready. You and them little hands and that long necktie. You better get it ready. You might need to go over there and kneel down and let the priest pray for you.
I don't think you want no priest praying. Well, you're a grown man, so.
And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. And that's the same thing. And that's what really. That's why I tell you. That's what I'm about. The truth. You might not like it, but you got to be kidding me. These priests been doing this for decades. But all of a sudden the statute of limitation is up. But you got Bill Cosby.
Right.
You got Weinstein.
Right.
You got what is his name? Mac Lyers.
They came after Morgan Freeman.
But Morgan Freeman, hold up. Morgan Freeman did Morgan Freeman marry his stepdaughter or his adopted daughter or something like that?
I don't know. I heard
you know, I mean, but my thing is these priests, you cannot do that. First off, not allowing them to be married, anything gonna look good to them.
Right, but my thing is, why they choosing boys?
Because they bending over. They kneeling. They at the altar. They are at the altar.
I just can't understand it. Why I have not heard nothing from a priest with a girl. Every time you hear stories about something that happened with a priest,
because
it's all about some young boy.
And then the reason why I think it's like that too, you have to understand what they say. They can't have a woman.
Okay.
They ain't say nothing about a boy.
Oh.
And I really hate to say this.
Oh man.
They can't say nothing about they didn't say nothing about a woman. They said something about a boy. And so guess what they doing behind closed doors? They manipulating them little boys. They telling them, it ain't gonna hurt. Just let me touch it. It's okay, baby. Don't tell mama. It'll feel good. And then here it is, 20 years, 30 years later, they having problems. They having nightmares.
Right.
Their wives ain't understanding why they flipping them over.
Right.
Now it's all that came out. The Catholic Church, then they had it in books for them not to go to the law, to the office, to the law. Don't take it to the media. Handle it inside.
Who had books?
They did. The priests. It was all a cover up. No one on the outside. They handled everything inside.
Wow.
Everything on the inside. So, little Jimmy done got attacked by old priest, old Pastor Prom.
Right.
So you kidding me? You're not gonna say anything. So how can you say you're a man of God when you sitting back letting him defile a child when you know he destroyed the city of? So to me, you done messed up the whole Catholic faith. To be honest with you,
right?
I'm telling you,
the most powerful religion in the world.
Let me just say this about
the biggest, most powerful religion.
I ain't gonna even say the church name, but I went to a church and we was standing up front and they was praying and everybody they touched fell down. I told them I ain't hitting that floor. That's too far down for me. Now,
you talking about the old?
Yeah, you can keep pushing, but I ain't going down now. You might well go on to the other person, just lay my cloth over my face because that's too far back for me to fall. I ain't into the Holy Ghost like that just yet, so I ain't falling.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna have my eyes open when you tell me to kneel and pray.
Man, this lady is former classmate of mine from the great Huntington High School,
Yes, them Raiders.
And I hadn't seen her in a while, but I forgot she's just as crazy as I am.
Oh, man. And you know what? It is so good he reached out to me because this is a good moment right here.
Right.
I really enjoyed this today.
Okay, most definitely. And hey, we're gonna see if we can get her back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can work something out with her where y'all might see her on a more regular basis. But until we figure this out, and until the next time we see each other, once again, I'll see you next time. It's your boy Willie Dexter Harris,
Teresa Foster.
See you next week.